What is up? How's everyone doing? What a week. What a crazy week. So the guy I made the last video with, Dalton, he took his test today. Freaking trifected. Uh, Great dude. Really good dude. So if y'all watch that video, you will see him doing the work that's happens during the PSD progress. So I mean, he was a real good student, did a great job. Living by the mile. What's up, brother? How's it going? But he did an awesome job on his test. Took a little more points on the drive than what I like. But hey, it happens. Sometimes you do really good, sometimes you get a couple points. So my average driving test is usually 6 points or under. He got 18 points. I guess his nerves were getting a hold of him, which I completely understood, because whenever I first got him, the first day he did pre-trip, he was freaking nervous, like he couldn't even do it. And like whenever he first started driving, he was super nervous. When he first started backing, super nervous. So like I understand he was nervous. Uh, he did a little bit of driving with one hand that cost him some points, or should I say, a lot of driving with one hand cost him some points. But other than that, he did an awesome job. Congratulations, really cool guy. Whoever gets him for TNT, he's going to be a great student. He's willing to learn. He listens. He learns, and it's freaking awesome. John Lawson says, "What's up, buddy? 15,000 miles into my TNT phase. Let's go." Hey, man, that time will fly by. 15,000 miles. That's like 3 weeks left. Let's go. Uh, Daddy Des says, two students in a row. Right? Let's go. Let's keep on going. Living by the Mile says, just got my DOT form from the doctor. Next step is DOT medical. We'll be using your referral code when I apply. Let's go, man. Like that's awesome. Hopefully you're coming to Springfield also. Um, yeah, I'm actually I signed up to do my DOT physical this Monday. So this Monday I'm gonna go do my physical. I'm gonna stop in there at Cardinal Sleep Study and get my however long, 3 months or whatever it is, print out on my sleep patterns, make sure I'm using my CPAP, and then I'm gonna go over there and do another DLT physical. I gotta do mine once a year, so it's always fun. Uh, Jeff Huff, congratulations, Big D. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that was crazy. So this Monday night we had the instructors banquet, and they invite the top instructors like they do every year. So I've been to pretty much every instructor banquet since I started being an instructor. So it's instructors and TNT trainers. So we went in there. We had a great dinner. Shout out to Brock. Brock did an excellent job on all the speeches, the talking about each one of us. Like it was great. Chris Martin was up there. He did a great job. He's over TNT. He got to talk about the Reefer Trainer of the Year. I forget who's over flatbed and who's over tanker, but they did an excellent job. It was really cool to. It was a cool experience. It was one of the best ones I've been to, really. Last year's was really long. Like it was a long time. Like from start to end. We got out of there really late and I was like, "Man, that took forever." So, this time I was like, "Man, it took longer. It took longer." Or this time I was like, "Man, it was a lot more fast paced. It was a lot better, I feel like." But it's awesome. It was awesome banquet. I was sitting there. I was not expecting to get anything. I was like, "Hey, I'm here for the great meal and to honor the guys that win tonight." So I was over there like, man, I'm here watching everyone get their awards, like clapping for everybody. The guy I was setting with, I was like, man, I said, I hope you get it. You know, he was all like, no way, you're going to get it because your fleet manager setting with you at the table. And I was like, nah, I don't think that. That's superstition. And he was all like, everybody's fleet manager's here that's getting it. And his fleet manager was not there. So, you know, kind of ends up that they called my name and I was like, what? And like my wife was all like, she turns and looks at me and she's all like, good job. Like, go up there. And I was like, yep. So I walked up there. I am horrible, just horrible at public speaking. Like last time I went up there and they gave me the mic, I didn't know what to say. So at the Million Mile dinner, they gave you your plaque and they have you say something. I just said, "Let's go!" Like I don't know what to say. Last year they gave me the mic and I was like, they're all like, "Tell us why you train," and I was like, "I do it for the money," you know. Wrong thing to say, but you know, I was like, man, nobody's saying that they train for the money. One of the money is one of the big things that, hey, you're gonna pay me great? Yeah, I'll go train. Like that's one of the benefits of being a trainer is like getting some extra pay. But also it's really about training the students. It's about the success of the student. This year I was on the way up there. I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Man, I don't know what to say. So I was just like, yeah, I pretty much say, yeah, I try to pick my students up. I try to train them the best I can. I don't only train them for their career at Prime. I train them for even their future after Prime, and that's pretty much what I could get out. You know, so I not a good public speaker. You put me on the spot, I'm not good. Like if I'm in front of a camera in here in my YouTube room, like I know that I'm gonna go live. I kind of got an idea of what some topics I want to talk about, some things that I want to talk about. Plus, I have people in here engaging in the conversation, giving me comments and stuff like that. So I kind of like have a um, better ideal of something to talk about. Let's need those miles. Yes, yeah. River Rich or Rich River Smokers, West Virginia. Congratulations on the big win. Hey, thank you. Thank you. You know, there's a lot of people that really deserve it. I wish I could just give it to my buddy rest in peace, but ever instructor of the year that I got after my friend Tim Weimer passed away, like I just wish I could just give it to him, man. He great guy. He passed away during COVID, and he really deserved it. So like I always wish that he could have got it. You know, it is what it is though. Uh, Jeff says my TNT trainer got flatbed trainer of the year. Oh, let's go! Your TNT trainer. So, yeah, hey hands like I give it to those guys that do TNT. TNT is not easy. If you're a TNT trainer, like to in my book, you guys that are TNT trainers that are sleeping while the truck's moving to you, you can do something I cannot do. I cannot do that. I'm no good at sleeping while the truck's moving. It's hard for me to trust people like that. Like shout out to you TNT trainers. Y'all really, really have a hard job and y'all are doing it excellent. And congratulations to him, Jeff. Living by the Mile says, "Yeah, that's the plan. I go back and forth between if I should go to Wilson or Prime. The most important thing for me is home time location in Chicago, Manuka Terminal for Prime." See, if I was in your situation, you're in the good place to do the intermodal division. So I would definitely, when you apply, I would definitely put down that you want to do the intermodal and talk to the recruiter and tell them that you want to do that because they got that intermodal division. I've trained a lot of those guys and all of them tell me about how it is. Like they're all like, man, you leave early in the morning, But once you get done with whatever route you got, you're done for the day. So if it takes 14 hours though, it takes 14 hours, but you're off the weekends, like I would really look into that. Like it sounds like a pretty good gig, and they got a minimum payment. Your minimum pay is a certain amount, so like you're guaranteed this amount period for your week. So it sounds like a great deal. I would really look into that. I haven't heard anyone complaining about it. River Rich River Smokers, West Virginia says, I just gave me driver of the year award. driver the driver. Driver the driver. I just gave me the driver of the year award. Hey, let's go, man. Buy your championship or buy your plaque, put it on the wall in your truck, man. Backwoods, what's up? Thank you, man. Thank you for saying congratulations. Thank you. Sorry to hear about your friend. Yeah, Tim Weimer was a great man. He's the one that did the safety tips with Tim on my channel. Like super awesome, dude. Living by the well, David Cooper says joining Monday in Pittston, Pennsylvania. Let's go. Hey, that's a nice terminal. I liked it over there. Their training pads off away from the terminal, so when you're out there, you don't have no distractions. You're out there on that pad and you're doing your work. Really put your head into that pre-trip hard. River Ridge says my driver. I just gave my driver the Driver of the Year award. I think that's what you were saying. Hey, let's go. Living by the Mile says that's good to know. Actually licensed and setting in Florida, but I could do that once I'm up and running. Can you make as much with intermobile as you can over the road? You know, it always depends on the person, really. So like some people, they run hard and they can run over the road hard and successful, and they can make a lot of money. You take that same person and put them in intermodal, and they don't. It's going to take them a while to figure out how to make the most money. So, it just depends on you. You got to figure out the way to make it work for you, the way to manage your clocks, the way to do different stuff. So, I'm not sure. I've never done intermodal, so those guys that do it, they are super excited about doing it, and they like really really talk it up. So I thought I saw you need a passport. Is that right? You don't need a passport at Prime, but for the intermodal division, I'm not sure. David Cooper says I have my CDL, need the over the road training. Any advice on going about getting a good and kind trainer? Um, Man, it's like putting your name in a hat and just getting lucky with it. So, you know, it, you could get a real good trainer or you could get a bad one. I mean, most of our trainers I believe are good. If you do get a bad one, speak up. Tell the person like, "Hey, whatever the issue is, like communication works out great. Also, you can go through a fleet manager. Hey, we're having this issue. We talked about it, and hey, can you like have a conversation with us both, kind of deal. Then y'all can get talking about it, kind of get it maybe a better understanding. If that doesn't work, then you go to the TNT um, placement guys, the guy that places TNT students. So you're not just, if you get a bad trainer, you're not stuck with them. And it's not necessarily that you're with a bad trainer. It's just maybe you two don't get along or y'all don't click right. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes we don't match perfectly. I've had plenty of students that I was all like, I don't even know how we matched. Like, I really don't. Like in that matching process, anybody that I match 5 stars with, which is the top match for me, Like I'll be like, I'll ask him, how did me and this guy match? Like, are we like perfect match or what? Man, any guy that was a perfect match, I don't know how we matched. I guess it's that we're so much the same that I'm just like, oh man, he annoys me because he's like me, and he's like, he's annoying because he's like me. So, you know, realistically, whenever I get like the 3-star match, maybe the some 4 stars, we seem to click really well. But the perfect match, I don't know why it seems like we don't match. So they got a process that you go through. You fill out this little thing where it gives you 3 statements, and you got to put them in order of which one means the most for you, or it might have a list of statements. What means the most to you, like cleanliness of the truck, or maybe a hard work, or you know, whatever the case may be. You put it in order, and it compiles a ranking system somehow of your perfect match out there who has the same strong beliefs as you. And that's how they kind of match you here at Prime. It's not a bad process. It's not a bad process. I don't think it's a bad process. Uh, and also having a CDL with no experience, that's also a hard thing to deal with. Like, you got to have experience or nobody will touch you. That's one of the bad things about going to a CDL school or a place that's going to get you, hey, here's your CDL, see ya, kick rocks. You know, they're not vested in you as the person as much. They're all like, yeah, I got on a CDL, I got paid, see ya. You know, I don't want to train anyone just for the money. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my money. I love my money. I love getting paid, but there's more to it. Like, I don't want to ever train anyone. Like, I'm teaching you, hey, this is just for passing the test. Like, a lot of times I have to remind my guys, look, the reason I'm so hard on you, because I am a hard, strict instructor. I'm strict, I'm hard. I tell them what they do wrong. I'm not good at positive re-encouragement. Like, I'm not like, hey, you did an awesome job, buddy. Congratulations. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that if you do it good, if you do the maneuver good, I'm like, do it again. If you do it bad and you're messing up, I'm gonna be like, look, this is where you messed up. You did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Because I feel like if I'm telling you what you're doing wrong, we can get it corrected. I want to spend most of my focus on correcting the wrong. Make sense? And I'm just not very good. I've with that positive re-encouragement, I'm not very good with it because I've always had these jobs where like nobody ever came and told me, "Hey, you did a great job today." So most of my career, most of my life, I have not had anyone ever come and say, "Hey, man, you did an awesome job today. I'm very proud of you." The facts are, hey man, and they would tell you too. They would be like, hey, you're a grown man, you know what your job is, you know what you're supposed to do it. I shouldn't have to tell you you did a good job. You should know if you did a good job or not. And that's kind of what I kind of do, trying to get better at it, but I'm still not good at it. So with CDL school, you're kind of like, it's kind of like they're not vested in you. You're not ever going to represent them as a school. I feel like every student I put out represents me and the quality of trainer I am. I love it whenever I had not too long ago I had a TNT guy come out to me, and he was all like, "Hey man, I appreciate your students. I had 2 of your students and they were excellent, and I love what you're doing out here. I appreciate you." That's the reputation I like to have. I don't want somebody coming out there and be like, "Woo, I had one of your students, man. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you what happened. I had to pay a deductible. This guy couldn't do the straight line back. He couldn't do this." No, I'm not that guy. I don't want that reputation. I don't care. I don't care. Like on my truck, I don't care. We don't do anything just to pass a test. So, period. So, whenever it comes to straight line back, I'm not like, we're going to build that eye hand coordination and we're going to do it over and over and over till you get it down. In fact, my guy that I have right now on my truck, one of my guys that I have right now on my truck, it was his third day of straight line back today. So he was struggling with straight line back, and I didn't give up on him. I did 2 hours the first day. I did probably 2 hours the second time I took him out there for straight line back. And he started getting it today, and I feel a lot more comfortable with it. He struggled for a while today, but he started getting better. And it's about that hand-eye coordination. Like that's the main thing in it, and it takes time to build that skill. I tell all my students when I first get them, I'm all like, hey, look, there's going to be two white lines on the ground, and I'm going to need you a straight line back between them. Your first day, you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to be upset with yourself. You're going to be like, man, I'm so disappointed in myself. You're going to have cones all over the place. There's two things I want you to be able to do on your first day of straight line back. I want you to pull up the way I teach you. Number two is I don't want you to touch the brake pedal as you're backing up. If you run over the line or the cones, I'm going to move that stuff out the way. I'll move those cones out the way. If you're running over the line, I want to see you move it back into the lane and get it out the back of the box in the middle. I want to see you actually move it and work it, because you're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to learn from it. You're going to start building that eye-hand coordination. You're going to be mad because you're not going out that, you're not staying between those lines and you keep on hitting the cones. You're going to be upset about it. That is not what I'm upset about. I'm not. If you're hitting the brakes and you're not going backwards, you're not doing this straight line back, that's where I'm going to have a problem, because I need you to keep on doing it over and over and over and start learning from it. When you hit the brakes, you're kind of giving up for it. You're about to pull forward, or you're going to sit there and think about it. You're not building the hand-eye coordination that you need. You need to watch that trailer and see what it's doing. Okay, so that does that, that does that, you know? So a lot of times I'm all like, y'all are more frustrated with yourself than I'm frustrated with you. Like, I'm not frustrated with you. And they just get so upset because they can't do it the first time. Some guys, some guys you will get out there and they will jump in that seat and they'll straight line back and they'll be like, you know, great at it. Some guys, it takes a long time to build that um hand-eye coordination. King Chef says, "What's up, sir? Good to see you at the banquet on Monday." Yeah, it was. How's things going? Uh, is it worth going to school and working for you guys, or going to your paid training? Is it worth going to a school, then working for you guys, or going? It's better if you're going to end up here anyways. It is better just to come here. I cannot tell you the amount of problems that I have with a CDL student from a school. You go to the CDL school, you learn how to do it their way, and their way might not be the safest way. I'm about safety. I'm a big about safety. My driving, like, I take you on a drive, like, I am super big about safety, and I'm going to tell you how bad and how unsafe you are. So if you come here, you're brand new, you have a clear slate, you're ready to just learn the Prime way. We're here at Prime, we're going to hold you to a higher standards, because guess what? You represent our company, like I was saying earlier. So, you know, it's whatever's best for you, though. If you feel like it's best to go to the school and then come out here, then, you know, go do that. Go do that. It's what's best for you at the end of the day. I'm not going to make a decision for you, but I'm telling you, like, every instructor out there, we get super frustrated with these CDL holders, because, you know, at the end of the day, the difference between a CDL holder and a PSD student is a PSD student doesn't have a CDL, so he's like, man, I got to get this CDL, man. My life depends on it. Whereas CDL holder has a CDL, and he's like, Prime ain't going to take my CDL. Why do I got to listen to this guy? I don't even know why I have to do this. Like, it's it makes it a lot harder. Every once in a while, you get a CDL holder that comes in there and he's all like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know nothing. I am ready to learn. Please make me safe." Those guys do great, but most of them have a CDL, and it's harder. It really is. Living by the miles. How's the equipment at Prime? The Prime Inc. reefer trailers are great. The Prime Inc. flatbeds are great. Like the actual equipment that's OTR that goes over the road, I feel like it's great equipment. The trucks are great. Like I don't feel like we have bad equipment, and we have newer equipment. We only hold on to like trucks for like 3 years, some trailers like maybe 4 or 5 years. So I mean, we're always upgrading to newer equipment. So you don't really have those older trucks that are breaking down every few days. So I feel like our equipment's great. Are you in the first phase of training? Yeah, I do the first phase where you come in and you have a permit and you're trying to get that CDL. That's what I do. And I don't do the TNT phase. I don't do the second phase. Let's going on home time next week. Let's go. Hey, 4th of July, right? Gonna go barbecue, set off fireworks, and I'm staying away from any bonfires. I'm not getting around any. My beard has finally grown back long, and I do not need a. I'm not gonna be around anything that might catch it on fire. Uh, DJ Mike says, waving from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Congratulations on the award. Award. Thank you. Thank you. Arkansas's that way, so hey, true statement. Uh, it was between you guys and Roll, but I haven't heard the best of them. Yeah, do your research on both companies. Find out which one you feel like's the best. I got a lot of older videos that you can watch. Like I got a whole bunch of videos. I was looking at my videos the other day. I got like over 1,000 videos on my channel. I was like, man, that is crazy. I don't remember making 1,000 videos, but hey, I got over 1,000 videos on my channel. Uh, CDL evals can be a challenge at times. Had my share of not good ones. Yeah, this man, it's difficult. It is difficult. We work. You have to work really hard with a guy with a CDL. I mean, a lot of people, you would think that it would be easy, and some of them, in rare cases, you will find some. There's there's a school in Florida. I think I want to say it's Roadmaster or something like that. There's a school down there in Florida, and I know if I get one of those guys, they're good because that school down there, they're all like, "Hey, here's the truck. Get in there and you practice." And they walk away. You gotta teach yourself, and that's kind of the best teacher. That is kind of the best teacher. You have me out there to like give you tips here and there, but for the most part, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, just do your thing till you get it down." I'm gonna have my tips. I'm gonna be like, hey, I can break it down into words. I'm very good at breaking it down to words. I got my whiteboard over there that I have it all wrote down on, but I'm real good at breaking it down into words what we do. So I get a lot of comments on my channel, hey man, you make this so difficult. And I'm all like, realistically, I'm breaking it down to words that the new guys can understand. Because a lot of guys that have been out here for a long time, they don't know how to explain it. They're just like, hey, watch this. Just do that right there. Bam, put it in there. Hey, what now? Like I did it. And the students like over here like, what did he do? And I I break it down into words. I'm all like, all right, we're going to take the back of the trailer. We're going to go around this trailer right here. And we want to go down the side of it, staying about a foot from it. We don't want to go further than that because we're going to hit the other side. If we see it going further away, we know it's going to hit that other side. We need to pull up. Also use get out and looks. Like, I'm the guy that breaks it down into words. Whenever the other truck, he's all like, hey, watch this. Oh, done. And he's been doing it for so long that it's just natural for him. It's natural. He knows that he's doing all that, but he doesn't know how to put it into words. That's what I tell a lot of the new instructors that come and talk to me, and the new TNT trainers that come in and talk to me, and they're all like, "Hey man, what's going on? Well, yada 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 yada. Give me some of your best advice." Number one is I'll tell them, don't make friends with your students. You are not here to make friends with your students. Do not make friends with your students. I said, start off hard. Start off up here. Start off with like, hey, this is my rules. This is what I expect you to do. This is how it's going to be. This is the rules for my truck. Start off with that. Stay up there till you find out where you can come down to. Because if you start off really high up here with the authority figure, you can always work your way down and be calmer. So you can be like, oh, this student's taking care of business. I can calm all the way down and be right here, and he's gonna listen because he's good. But if you have a student that's kind of a knucklehead, that's gonna be like not doing what he's supposed to be doing, like not doing his pre-trip and not doing this, you have to stay up here where you're just giving them orders and telling them what to do. So start off strong, and then also hardest thing for you, for new instructors slash TNT trainers, is being able to put into words what you're actually doing. You got to put it into words, and that does get difficult. It's just, true statement. Sounds like you had a burned beard previous. Oh yeah, I set myself on fire bad about 2 years ago. Like, my arms were burnt, both arms. My legs were burnt. My nose was burnt. My ears were burnt. My beard was gone. Like, I had very little beard 2 years ago. I had probably less than this. It was less than this. It was all burnt. It was gone. So it was pretty bad. My like, I forgot the percentage of my body. They told me what percentage. Like, I was off of work for at least a week. I came in the day after the fire, and I tried to work, and I was in a lot of pain. And I said, nah, I better not. And then I finally went to the doctor, and then I tried to come in the next day. I came into work and worked some of the next day. And then I was like, you know what? This is not good. So I had to leave again. uh, You're the only trainer I watch. Thank you, thank you. There's other good channels out there. Uh, No Hippie, he's doing TNT. Who else? I don't even know who else. I've been. I need to catch up on some of the other YouTubers. I kind of I kind of watched the war kind of between one X Prime and one Prime driver, and I was all like, I kind of watched that stuff because I was all like, this is good drama. So I watched that stuff, and I was like, that's funny. It was kind of entertaining. What does TNT mean? It's trainer and trainee is what it means. It's pretty much where you're learning the actual job. So the first phase is PSD, prime student driver, and that's where you learn how to back, you learn how to drive, you learn how to pre-trip the vehicle. So you learn the kind of about the truck, how it moves, stuff like that. You learn how to drive and back, and it's about the truck. Then you move into the TNT phase where it's about, hey, we're running a team truck. You drive your shift, I'll drive my shift. You're up there in that seat by yourself. You have a CDL now, your trainer's in the back asleep. If you need him, you can wake him up. That's what he's there for. That's what he's getting paid for. You wake him up, he comes up there, he gives you help. If you don't need his help and you're doing good, then hey, let him sleep. He needs his sleep because he's going to have to drive his shift. But you learn the paperwork on that phase, you learn how to manage your clocks, and you learn a lot of good stuff. So living by the miles. Oh shit, from barbecue. No, the fire was not from barbecue. It was my buddies had a big pile of stuff that we were gonna burn for a bonfire, and I decided to use like 4 gallons of gasoline, and then I thought it was a good idea to set it on fire, and it exploded. Yeah, not very bright. It was a fireball. Like it was a fireball. I wish I knew how to put the picture in here because I could find the video and put the picture in here, but I don't know how to do all that. Wonder if I could. No, I'm not even gonna mess with it because I'll mess up my whole life. That was surely a heat war. Abraham says, "Thank you for your videos on offset back and help me pass in Pittston Terminal." You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm glad I did. I get a lot of comments from other schools and not prime and prime. I've been getting and other trainers out there that keep on praising that video right there, and they're all like, "Man, that video helped me out so much." Another great video that helps a lot of people is my light inspection. My light inspection. I had so many students that were all like, "My trainer don't even know how to do the light inspection, and I learned it from your video, and that's how I passed my test." And I was like, freaking awesome. Like, I'm glad it helped you out, but that's probably one of my other good videos for stuff for the test. Yeah, glad I'm okay. Woo, me too. Like it was scary. It was real scary. It definitely was. Yeah, I never want to I don't play around with fire no more. Not at all. Like only time I mess with fire anymore is whenever I fire up the smoker out there and like make a brisket or something. I made a brisket 2 weeks ago. It's pretty good. Seriously, I was struggling, got the trifecta. Man, I'm so happy it helped, man. Like that's why I made that video is because I was all like, man, I hope that some people can learn some stuff from this. So definitely, that's good. Where's home time? Where's home time for me? Uh, well, I live in Missouri now, so I guess home time is in Missouri. So I guess home time is every single night and the weekends. I'm home. Like this YouTube studio is my house. Like that's no fake wall back there. That stuff's all real. That is a flag from the paintball team. That's a bandana that was I don't know if it's still in my merch shop or not, but that bandana back there was in my merch shop. Uh, Gremlins fan. That's a light back there. I mean, uh, Crumpton bought me that sign right there, but it is super bright, so you can't even read it. And then I got 51 Logistics hats up there at the top, right there. 51 Logistics, his hat's there. Then I have the hats that I gave away during some giveaways. I keep them up there. So, I mean, like, the DriveWise guy gave me the cup right there. It says DriveWise. He made sure he gave it to me because he said, "Hey man, that video you did on our DriveWise before Prime even got it." He was all like, "That was a great video. You did a lot of research and I was impressed." And that like he actually came on alive with me. Like freaking awesome guy. Like he was very knowledgeable and I keep that up there because I was like, man, that is freaking awesome. Like he was there as a guest speaker on a Friday morning, and he beelined to my table, and I was like, "Who's this guy? What did I do?" Like, and he's like, "Man, I just really wanted to meet you. I'm glad you're here. I watched you live, and cool guy, like down to earth, great guy." Junior is another good training guy on here. No comment. No comment. I don't even think he's training no more. He might be training, but no comment. I think that he's excellent TNT trainer. I think he's an excellent TNT trainer, but I don't know about PSD because I never see him. So maybe he's training TNT students. I don't think he's training PSDs, but I don't know. Like, I don't really talk to him, so I don't comment on his channel. Like, I watch his videos, but I don't know him good enough to make comments. I know No Hippie. I watch No Hippie a lot, so I know him and I do talk to him. And whenever he's in town, he comes by and sees me. So like he's great. Like he's one of my favorite channels to watch too. I think he is my favorite channel to watch because I like how blunt he is and how he speaks his mind and like he's just it's just like the experience. Most of the other YouTubers, I don't know, so I won't comment on them. Like I gotta really know somebody before I'll make a comment about them. Make sense? Living by the mile. Oh, cool. I didn't realize you were home each day, but makes sense if you're not doing TNT. Is TNT when drivers start getting paid? Yes, you start getting paid during TNT. Yeah, you watch them too. Yeah, he has a great channel. Like, look, he has over 100,000 followers. Like over 100,000 followers. He is successful. Like he has multiple trucks. He's successful, but I don't know him. See, so I can't make a opinion on like is he great or is he not. I haven't seen him train a PSD student, so like I don't know how he is on PSD. I've seen his videos with him and his guys on TNT, and listening to him on his videos, he is like read the map and all that, but I don't know. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to, like we don't talk. So and like I've talked to him a couple times, but we're not like personal. We don't talk like every once in a while. It's like if we run into each other, hey man, what's up? Hey, what's up? It's nothing like majorly. Like Busy Blake when Busy Blake was here, we talked all the time. So like, I knew Busy Blake. He was a cool guy. He was just like his videos, just random. He was very random, real great like guy to talk to, but it took me a while to understand because like with Busy Blake, he would have like three or four conversations at once and you're all like, which one's he talking about? So like it was nuts. Just like his videos, they were like sporadically and I was like man, you were just like your videos. Rex was another guy that I talked to a lot. Like I talked to Rex a lot, and Rex is a really cool guy. To find them, do I just search no hippie TNT? No hippie, no hippie trucking and transportation. Shoot, I'll just go to my channel because I go to my channel watch. I follow like I watch all of his stuff, so I'll just look at the stuff that I watched. My recents. Where's my recent stuff? Yeah, no hippie trucking and transportation. So I definitely watch a lot of his stuff. Definitely. To find them, do I just search no hippie? Congratulations on the award. Hey, thank you, AJ. Thank you. I don't even try to win that thing. Like I have every time I've got that award, I was blown away. Like I did not expect it. The first time I got it, it was an online live stream award ceremony. So I was on the side of the road and my truck was broke down on the side of the road. I I was where there was no signal. We had no signal. It was sucked. My truck wasn't broke down. Actually, I had a blowout on a trailer. So we were waiting to get our tire replaced. So one of my buddies called me and they said, "Hey man, what you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." He was all like, "Have you watched the instructors banquet?" I said, "Nah, I didn't watch it." I said, "I'm on the side of the road. I have no signal." And then he was all like, "Oh, all right, man. Watch it." I said, "Who won it?" He was all like, "Just watch it, man." I was like, "All right, later." And then my phone rings again, and it's Sean, and Sean's all like, "Hey, man, congratulations, you earned that." I was like, "Dang, is my wife pregnant? Oh man, I can't have another. We can't have another kid. Like what?" You know, it was like last time I heard like congratulations like that, my wife was pregnant. And I was all like, which was always a happy time, but this time would not be happy because like I'm not supposed to be having another baby, you know. So I'm all like, "Dang, like what's going on? How would Sean know?" But he was all like, "Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. You're the instructor of the year." I was all like, "What?" I was like, "Me?" So like I was like, "That's freaking cool." Like I was like blown away. I was like, "What?" And then last year whenever I got instructor of the year, I wasn't expecting that one either. Me and the wife was there, and I was like, "Where's all the rest of the instructors at?" I was like, "What the heck is going on?" We're at the DAB, so what they do is they have the driver's advisory board, and they're at the meal too. That way they can check out what it's like to be at the banquet, and they get a meal there. So last year, I didn't even notice that there was only like one flatbedder instructor of the year, one reefer instructor of the year, and one tanker instructor of the year. Or I mean, there was one tanker guy in there, one reefer guy, and one flatbed guy. I didn't notice that. I was like, what's going on? Like, why is there hashtag no more kids, right? But I was like, why? Where's everyone at? Like, what? Nobody came. And then boom, they called our names. Do 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 do. And I was like, okay. So I was like, did y'all only invite the instructors of the year? And they're all like, yeah, that's all we did this year. I was like, that's crazy. Like, that's wild. This year there was a lot of people, like there was a whole bunch of people that were there. It was like the top instructors, the top TNT trainers. So there was quite a bit of people there, plus the dad people. It was pretty packed in there. Um, They gave us like bone-in ribeyes, and they gave us some shrimp, and they gave us some vegetables and potatoes, and a big piece of cheesecake that I ate that I shouldn't have ate that I regretted eating because it has dairy in it. But I love cream cheese and I love cheesecake, and I'm like, oh, it's right here in front of me, this nice giant piece of cheesecake, and I had to eat it. I was like, I have to eat this. Like, there's no way around it. That cheesecake is right in my face, and it's like this thick, and it's like, man. I was like, yeah. That watch somebody gonna mute the audio and put some wild stuff on that. But yeah, I had to tear up that cheesecake, and I regretted it because I can't have milk and dairy, and I was like, that night sucked afterwards. But yeah, it's my third time getting an instructor of the year. Like I'm grateful. Like I'm proud of it. Like it's an accomplishment. It is. Like for me, I was like, I'll never have a plaque on the wall in Prime. You walk around Prime and plaques are like wallpaper and they're million mile drivers. There's nice plaques honoring all the guys that's been there a long time and that's earned awards. It's like wallpaper around the whole building. And me and my teammate, when we came in together, I was like, we'll never be on this wall. never be on this wall. Now I got three of those on the wall, and then I got the million mile. I guess they put a little nameplate. I never even been to it, but there's supposedly a million mile. I think like I don't know, like trophy or something in there, or monument or whatever, and they're putting the million mile name plates on there because we're out of room on the walls. So yeah, it's how is Travis doing on his training? Travis trifecta last week. So Travis trifecta last week, and Dalton trifecta this week, and Charles will trifecta next Wednesday, and Julius will 2 weeks from the week after Charles, so 2 weeks from now. I got a lot of testing every week. I'm trying to test one guy every week. But he hasn't. If you're asking if he's on TNT, I don't think he's on TNT because he had stuff he had to do. You dude, nice. Yeah, Travis was a cool dude. Travis had a big heart. Travis was a real good student, real big heart, like really nice guy. He was just a good person, like really. Honestly, he was a great person, and he was one of my subscribers. He put me down on the application. When he got to the hotel, he even texted me, "Hey, I'm in town." Or I just got to the hotel, I'm checked in. I texted him, I saw like, "Hey, put my driver code down for the under the trainer section. Put this down under the trainer section. Put this down." I said, tomorrow's Monday. I'll go in there Monday and I'll let them know that you're here and that I'll be training you. That way everything will be lined up and we don't have to worry about nothing. And that's what I did, and it was an easy process getting them right on my truck. So, and pretty much, if you want me for a trainer, that's what you have to do. You have to keep in touch, and I gotta know like, hey, I'm here this week, and I think I only had to ask him for his last name. That was it. I was like, "What's your last name?" So I can tell them a last name. And he put the stuff on the application. That transition went smooth. Boom, right on my truck. Living by the mile says, "I'm a little nervous about studying. I've never been a good bookworm." Hey, it depends. It really depends who you get as an instructor, because some of us have our own pre-trips wrote out. Like like mine, the one I use, my friend Justin made it, and I had to reorder it and change it up some. Like I had to change a few things because we went from the old way to the new way. I had the old way copy and I just moved it into the new way, so I had to change some stuff. Then I had to set with the examiners and, "Hey, what'd you think of this? What you think of this?" And they're all like, "Yeah, that's passable, that's passable." And then anything that they were all like, "Hey, this is gonna be issue," boom, I had to go change it. So mine is Justin's, I guess ours, because I reordered it. I don't know how to say it. It was Justin's, but the one that I use, I should say, it is super super good. Like it's really easy. So like the one I'm using is like, "Probably mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken." That's the main thing you got to remember. You say that for everything. You get that phrase out, you're golden. The rest of it is just extra stuff that you have to say, like titles and you know. And the way he color coded it is so nice because you got one color for the front of the truck, one color for the passenger side, one color for the driver's side top half of the engine, then another color for the steering, another color for the suspension, another color for the tires all the way out. There was words that I had trouble with saying, like contaminants. There's no contaminants on the. I can't. I have a hard time saying that. So I knew like some of my foreign students and some of my students, would not be able to say that. So it's free of oil, grease, or debris. That's the stuff that would be on it. Stuff that didn't make sense, like all how's it worded? No holes are out of round on a rim. Who would ever say that? Who would say that? No holes are out around. Why not? Who would say that? I don't even know where that comes from. Like what person up in the US government thought that that was a great thing to say? Like I just don't get that. So like it's all holes are round. Like that's a lot better. It makes more sense to me. So like as for studying the pre-trip, it's gonna be whoever you get as your instructor. Because some of them are like, hey, we're just gonna use the prime pre-trip. Prime pre-trip works. It works. It does work. It will work. It's a lot of back and forth, if you would say. It's do a part here, do a part over there, do a part here, do a part over there, do a part way up there, go back over there, do a part, and like the in cab of the prime pre-trip confuses me. It confuses me. But hey, a lot of people use that pre-trip and they pass, and you will pass studying it. You will pass studying it. It's just for me, it's a lot more. Um, it's a lot harder to understand. It is. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Our old pre-trip that was primes, it was understandable. This new one, I think I would like to see it get reworked and at least a better order at least, and then it just little bit changes here and there would go a long way with it. uh Sounds dialed in. Yeah, it's dialed in. 25K is the circumference of the planet. 1 million is 40 times around the earth. Oh, 1 million miles is 40 times around the earth. Wow. So that means 2 million miles is 80 times around the earth, and so on. So the Million Mile Award is they do it two different ways. So they do either you drove a million miles or you've been here 7 years. That's how you that's how you get the Million Mile Award. I don't have it down here. It's a glass like trophy. It's nice. It's a thick glass. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I'm gonna break that. I'm all like, I got it on a is my wife put it on the nightstand in my room, so I got it right there next to the bed. And I'm all like, man, someday I'm gonna knock this thing off and it's gonna bust into a million pieces, and I'm like, it's not gonna be good. So I kind of like the plaques more than the trophies. Like a plaque, hey, stick that thing on the wall somewhere and forget about it. Like trophy, a glass trophy, it's probably gonna get broke. I just have that luck. Pre-trip and post-trip saved me from a lot of bad things when I was at Prime Inc. I know that's right. I know that's right. Hey, walk arounds the trucks have saved me with a lot of things. So like every time I go into a truck stop or anything like that, man, I come out, I walk around my truck and I found tires with big bulges on the inside. I've went out there and I heard my tire leaking and found out that the center tread of my tire was completely gone, and it was exposed cables, and it was leaking air about to explode. Like I found a lot of stuff. I found lights out with just a simple walk around because I was at a truck stop and I was like, I went in and used the restroom. I'm gonna walk around my truck before I get in. That is one of the biggest things that I would catch stuff wrong, is that one walk around. Because you look at it like this: when you go into a DOT inspection and they find something out on your truck, you didn't, it was working when you left, or you wouldn't have left with it in the first place. So you know, you're like, man, that light just went out. Well, the DOT officers are gonna be like, man, I hear that every day, every time I pull in a truck with this problem. I hear that. So my thing is, if I walk around middle of my trip and I find something that might have burned out, then like, hey, I can get that fixed, or you know, replace a bulb or whatever. So true, never knew or kingpin. Yeah, I never had anyone pull my kingpin, but I have always checked it, like always. Slowpoke, what's going on, Slowpoke? Did I miss anything? Congratulations, bro. Hey, thank you. Ah, you didn't miss too much. We're just hanging out talking. I did a lot of talking this live. I don't think I stopped talking the whole time, but yeah. Um, hey man, I was hope Slowpoke, someday I want to see you at the banquet, bro. I do. I see it too. I see it coming. But someday I'll see you over there at the banquet too. Backwoods says, I caught someone trying to get in my trailer once. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. Definitely don't want no one in your trailer. Yeah, I don't want nobody in my trailer. Don't be taking my stuff. I haven't ever had anyone. See. I've heard of stuff like people pulling seals off the trailer, stuff like that. I haven't ever had that happen to me. Um, I haven't had anyone ever mess with my truck really at all. I had a friend, and like this guy could sleep through anything, and he would sleep all night, then he would pull over, take naps and stuff all the time. But he was at a rest area, went to bed, woke up the next day, and he didn't have no airlines, no glide, no, like his airlines from the truck to the trailer, they were all gone. Like he said, he remembers seeing a truck broke down inside the rest stop, and the guy was messing with it. So I guess whenever the guy was like, you know what, I'll just take it off that truck right there, and I'll be good. So I guess he pulled it off of his truck, put it on his truck, and took off. But when he told me that, I was like, man, I don't believe you. You're full of it, dude. Don't lie to me. He's all like, bro, you want to see pictures? And he sent me pictures, and he was stuck at he was stuck at a rest area. Cost him a lot of money because he had to have a truck come out, replace them. It was crazy. AJ says the UPS is pre-trip is insane. Okay, what's so bad about it? I hear the Walmart pre-trip is pretty bad, and then on top of that, hey, this is what, dude. The other day, whenever I was watching some videos and finding out about Walmart putting a camera on you, so at Walmart you got a camera that's going to be attached to you that they're trying out to make sure you're doing your pre-trip. That's wild. Like they want to put cameras on people to make sure that they're doing the pre-trip. They're trying to find the right angles and everything. That way they can see and make sure that they're turning all their lug nuts and that they're doing their full pre-trip. To me, that's wild. That is really wild. You know, I can understand though, some people are not doing their pre-trip that should be doing it, but man, that is wild that you have to go to that measurement of like, hey, we're gonna make sure that y'all are doing it, so we're gonna put a camera on you. That, to me, that is craziness. They make you memorize it and complete it in front of an instructor in under 5 minutes in order to pass. Wow, you have to study it and everything in 5 minutes. Uh, Slowpoke says I have some steel and little chains that hold the doors open. Carry zip ties at all times. Oh, really? They stole your chains off your doors? That's crazy. I went to do a drop and hook and somebody stole the crank handle off the landing gear. I was like, wow. I was like, the trailer I'm supposed to be picking up does not have a crank handle. So I was like, this sucks. But hey, what I did is I just took the one off of my trailer, put it on the other one, rebolted it on, put my landing gear up, took it back off, put it back on the trailer that I was leaving there because I was coming to Springfield anyways. Like it was a Eco Shred trailer I was dropping off anyways. So I got back, went to the shop. Hey, give me a crank handle and the bolts and the washers and stuff. I need one. So they gave me all that stuff. I went out there, put it on, took the trailer to Eco Shred, took it off my truck. Is Slowpoke a TNT trainer? No, Slowpoke is a PSD trainer. I don't think you do TNT, do you, Slowpoke? Picking up a TNT tomorrow in Vegas. Let's go. Oh, you're doing TNT. Let's go. I thought you were only doing PSD. Did you do his PSD phase or you just picking up a random TNT student? Slowpoke's a great guy too. Slowpoke is an awesome guy. All right. How long have I been? You do both? Look, I've been live for an hour, so I'm out of here, guys. Like, hey, thanks for everybody showing up. I appreciate everyone saying congratulations. Everybody out there over the road, y'all be safe. I will try to be back next Thursday. Last Thursday, I had no internet at my house. Like, the internet was messed up. I had to reset everything. By the time I got it all set up, it was like, so I was like, I'm just missed 7 o'clock anyways. The week before that, I was on a load, got back late. I was like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So, but hey, thank you all for showing up. I hope I got all the questions answered, and I will more than likely see y'all next Thursday unless something happens.